I'm not in love with anybody because I'm not in a relationship because I am single. Hey everybody, this is going to be my first video and I didn't know what to do, so I decided to just do a tag because that's the easiest thing to do when you first make your video, because no matter what, it's not going to be the best video you make, and if it is, that'll be surprising. So I'm just going to get this over with, and it's kind of going to be kind of like a get to know me kind of thing. I don't know, I'm doing the 50 random questions tag, which isn't totally personal, but I mean, it's something. I don't know. It's the first thing I found. So let's just get started, shall we? Okay. Number one. Where were you 3 hours ago? 3 hours ago, I was taking a shower. And yeah, that's about it. Number 2. Who are you in love with? And I am in love with Ewan McGregor, definitely, no question about it. A lot of people think, oh, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's a little weird. I'm like, no it isn't, because have you seen Moulin Rouge? If you've seen Moulin Rouge and you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever eaten a crayon? No. I didn't even have the typical, like, kindergarten experience because I was homeschooled throughout kindergarten. So I feel like the only reason I would have eaten crayons if I had been like peer pressured into it, but I was never, I didn't have anybody other than my sister to peer pressure me. Is there anything pink within 10 feet of you? Yes. Actually, it's from Victoria's Secret's Pink, and it's really random. It's just right there. Oh, right there. That's Pink's tissue paper that they put into your bags, and I just kept it and I put it on my bulletin board because I thought it was a good background. It's like I feel like that's Pink Inception because it is the color pink and it's from Pink. So stupid. Oh my gosh. Are you wearing socks right now? Nope. I hate socks. The only time I wear socks is when I'm wearing Uggs or when I want to be a total like wannabe see if you can dancer and wear socks while class, and other than that, pretty much never. It's kind of gross, but whatever, I'm a Californian, so it's kind of normal. Does your family have a car worth over $2,000? I would be surprised if someone had a car less than $2,000. Like, I don't have a car right now, but the car my family and I are looking at for me to go to like have a lease of a smart car, which is $100 a month, which would technically it would end up being like $3,000, but it is less than $2,000. So I don't know if that's really the question they were trying to get. But when was the last time you drove out of town? I'm gonna change this and be like, when was the last time I was out of town? Because at the beginning of the summer, I went to go to New York City for a graduation present, and that was the last time I was like out of California, out of town, whatever. That was awesome. This is my New York City wall, and it's like it's kind of like it's what I stare at before I go to bed, and it's kind of just reminds me of how much I want to go move there, and I was born there, and I feel like I belong there, and I really want to live there. I probably will after college, hopefully. Have you been to the movies in the last 5 days? No. Last movie I went to was The Great Gatsby. That was actually the second time I saw it because I liked it so much the first time. I have not been to the movie since 5 days. Not that you guys care, but that's what the question asked. Are you hot? Am I hot? You tell me. What are you wearing right now? Right now, I am wearing this blue tank top thingy and my blue pants. I'm not gonna stand up because I'm lazy. Last food you ate? French toast. Not very interesting, but this is a very kind of boring. Like I'm on 14. Okay, this is gonna take a while. It's not very interesting. I'm pretty sure I've lost already half of you. Where were you last week at this time? I was at California Adventure performing with my company group, and yeah, that was like the second to last time I was gonna perform with them. Bought any clothing in the last week? No. When is the last time you ran? The last time I ran was in PE class when I had to, and that was gonna be the last time, and hopefully never again. I hate running. I dance, so that's what I consider for my workout of the week, but I don't run. What's the last sporting event you watched? I don't watch any sporting events. The last thing I watched that was sport-ish was my during football season, like last fall. At my school, which that doesn't even really count because you don't even end up watching the video, like that game, because you're just hanging out with people, but that counts. Your favorite animal? If I had to choose something unique and something that no one else is gonna say, I would say a slow loris. Look it up on YouTube, they are adorable, and I would like one if they weren't on the black market, and if they were not sort of vicious, and yeah. When they bite you, you could die, so if they would, other than that, I would totally have one. Totally have one. Dream vacation. Anything on a cruise. At this point, I mean, until I'm so obsessed with cruises because I've never been on one, and just the idea of traveling and having a limited amount of food is just, I think that's what like heaven is almost. Like, I can't even imagine that, like, unlimited food. Like, I know that there's some kind of, like, restrictions, because in some restaurants they're a little stingy. Yeah, it's not free because you paid for it, but, like, you don't have to think about it. You have to be, like, constantly, oh, you know, I have to fork over money for food. Like, it feels free, and I really want that. Last person's house you were in. My best friend, Megan Butler. We were at her house, and she attempted to show me A Walk to Remember, because I'd never seen the movie before, and when I figured out what was happening and what the whole, like, oh my gosh, like Nicholas Sparks twist, she was like, well, we're not watching this anymore, and then she closed the laptop with her foot. And yeah. Injury you've ever had. I'm really lucky because even though I'm a dancer and dancers get injuries like no other, I've really been lucky and I haven't gotten anything really serious, but the most serious injury I've ever had was probably when I had to get a cast for breaking, like, I don't know, it was some bone over here. It wasn't my arm. I guess it was my arm because it was a bone in my arm, but it was, yeah, that was last time, and that was when I was, like, really little. That was when I was a little kid, so, I mean, that was a long time ago. You've been in love? I have, well, no, I haven't. I mean, have I been in love with people who are fictional, or have I been in love with the idea of being in love, or have I been in love with other things? Yes, but have I actually been in love with a male person? No. But I would I would very much like to. Who wouldn't? Do you miss anyone right now? This is kind of an awkward question because I just graduated high school and I'm going into college this week. And it would seem appropriate for me to be like, oh, I miss all my high school friends. But my closest friend that I had in high school, I still am totally connected with. I've been so antisocial this whole summer. I'm sure that will be just something that I get over with once I start college. Last play you saw. I never watch plays, but the last play I saw was Our Town, which was like end of junior year, when my English class read it. What is your secret weapon to lure the opposite sex? Sex. I think the fact that I am 4'11" is very alluring. No, I'm just kidding. I don't allure the opposite sex at all. I don't know. Nope, don't have one. I feel like if anyone actually like answers this seriously, they're like, should not be on YouTube. Who was the last person you sent a MySpace message to? How old is this? Oh my gosh, just through a Facebook thing. And I haven't sent a Facebook message since like forever. I mean, yeah. I think the last one I sent was for asking somebody if they had a textbook that I could buy from the college. Okay, question 29. Next trip you are going to take? I don't know. It's undecided. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Um, so the next trip I'm gonna take is the trip to Narnia. I don't know. Where were you an honor roll student in your school? Yes, I was. By like that much. Every semester my goal would be like okay, I am going to I'm gonna get the minimum to get honor roll, and that's like a 3.5, and I did. And sometimes I go higher, and sometimes I wouldn't. But I would be an honor roll. I only had one semester where I wasn't on honor roll, and that was because of stupid Spanish and my teacher that I've always never liked. I can't get into it because yeah, I don't want to hate, but I hated her. What do you want to know about the future? Okay, I want to know whether or not they're going to create cars that can drive themselves, because it is definitely possible. They've created cars that can drive themselves for a certain amount of period of time. They've created cars that can park themselves. I mean, you can already buy the ones that parallel park for you, like without you doing anything. And I would really appreciate it if they would just make a car that drives itself. Like, can you imagine that? That would like save a lot of people. Like, and I honestly, I hate driving. I hate thinking about driving. I barely drive right now. I have a permit, and I mean, the last time I drove, I crashed, which is really not the good thing to say, because I hadn't even had my, that was just, that was not, I hadn't even have my license, and I hate driving. Do you need to do laundry? Actually, no, I don't, which is completely shocking and something I usually can't say, because I did it last night, and I am a stud. I am awesome because I did it last night. What is your heritage? Everything. I just know. I mean, if I had to say two, I would say white and Filipino. But the white is just like, oh my gosh, there's so much behind that. And even the Filipino, there's like Mexican somewhere, so it's just everything. What are you doing at 12 a.m. last night? 12 a.m. last night, I was actually cleaning, which is something I don't usually say, because usually I'm just on the computer wasting time. But I was cleaning and watching just multiple shows. One of them was Gossip Girl, because I'm a girl and I watch Gossip Girl. And that was actually the last question, so that took forever. And if you have all watched this far, congratulations. I'm sorry that I kept on looking. I realized, because I played back a little bit of what I first, because I stopped for a moment and then I played, yeah. Anyway, I saw that I wasn't even looking towards the camera, and most of the time I wasn't even looking towards the camera. I was looking, because I'm filming on my laptop, I was looking at myself, because, I'm conceited and everything. And so if you see me and you're annoyed the fact that I'm not even looking at you, I'm sorry. I will try to do better than that. I'll probably hide this little window next time. Sorry. Please don't hate me, and please forgive me and subscribe, because I promise I will do better on that next time. And also, if you saw this this little white thing that was hanging out, yeah, that was like the mic on my iPhone on my iPhone earphones, because I was like, oh, I should have a mic. But then I kind of got fancy and I did like a theater thing and I taped it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry if that was bugging you, because I'm sure it was. And anyway, I'm gonna end this video right now. I hope you will subscribe to me. If you don't, I get it, and I forgive you. Actually, no, I'm sorry. If you don't, then that's cool. If you do, that's even cooler. And yeah, I'm hoping to become an actual YouTuber, because I really want to become a YouTuber and get involved in this community, because there's been so many, for at least 3 years, I've just been the person who behind the screen watching everybody, and I just really wanted to be, on the screen, like I guess, being watched. And it's so much fun, this community, and I love it so much. So it's about time that I actually started my own channel, and hopefully it will go somewhere. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm doing it no matter what. And please, don't hate me. But no, please subscribe, and if you don't, that's cool too. Alright, see you later, guys. I wasn't even looking at the camera. See you later, guys. I'm sorry.